Excellent. We got time for another?
Question? Sure.
I know you're a big sports guy. What do you think of RG3?
Well, I got to tell you, I am a Giants fan. But
So am I.
Oh, good grief.
Man, thank you.
But, hold on, no. I'm going to give some love to the Redskins. I mean, I've lived here for 21 years, and, I'm a flexible guy. I've already said that. So I'm probably the oddity. Then I'd have to say the Giants are my favorite team, but the Redskins are now probably my second favorite, which is hard to do in the same division. And yes, when they play each other, I do root for the Giants. But what an outing. I mean, he was unbelievable. To beat New Orleans at home and to have the type of outing that he had was very exciting. And it's funny that you actually asked that question because the D.C. market is probably more driven emotionally by football than any other market I've lived in. I've never lived in Texas, so I don't know kind of how high school or that ecosystem works. It is amazing to me how happy this town is when the Redskins win versus when they lose. And I actually always root for them to win. Because it's like makes everybody's happy and everybody's in a good mood and everybody's kind of running around. So
Interesting.
Any other questions?
I want to make one comment on the crowdsourcing thing. I think that we're looking at a platform and a business that we're invested in that is actually building an angel investment platform with expertise and research layered on top of it. The key to crowdsourcing, in my opinion, is actually going to be the new Jobs Act. So the ability for companies to raise, up to $50 million with 2,000 or 3,000 investors before registering with the SEC versus today, I think it's 50. I mean, they all put together limited partnerships to get around it with, ShareFire and some of those SharePost guys. But really, this to me is the game changer. The ability for a company, $50 million in angel investment without a registration from up to 2,000 or 3,000 people is going to change how crowdsourcing works if it passes. And if it passes, I believe that a model that actually takes expertise and research, thanks, Jim, appreciate that, expertise and research and layers it together in a way that then allows people to read the publication, read the expertise, not tell them what to do, but give independent research about companies could change the way everybody in this room's life works. If you're an angel investor, I'll let you go in a second. If you're an angel investor or you're a company trying to raise money, imagine if you could register for a platform, spend 2 or 3 days with a research group who could then write the research report on you, publish it out to thousands of potential investors who can put up anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 each as a part of a crowdsourcing platform at a fair value to both organizations set by a marketplace. I just think that's a game changer. I think it's a winner if and when the right platform comes along. Because today, you're rolling the dice. You have no idea who the company is, who the entrepreneur is. And let's be very frank. The entrepreneurs who have done it before, they don't need that. When I did my first company, after that, I've had the same investor set now for 17 years. Literally have followed me through 5 different companies, the exact same investors. So the guys who are starting out and looking for fresh capital, you're going up on a website and nobody knows who the hell you are. I think putting the research together with that is what changes the game there, whether it's $1 million, $5 million, or $50 million.
Well, our website, minorityfinance.com, is focused on a sector that does not get that much love, women and minority companies.
Yeah, as April was pointing out, right?
So they certainly don't have that index yet, but we think that crowdfunding will be the solution.
Yeah, listen, one of the problems, and I'll say something that could be controversial, but statistically it's right. Traditionally, people give money to people who look like them. So white Anglo-Saxon males are the ones who are controlling most of the capital, so they give the capital to white Anglo-Saxon or Jewish males. African-American, female, and Hispanics are massive market opportunities where, quite frankly, you can invest in a very good entry point because they don't have as much access to capital. But until we break through those barriers, you're not going to have capital flowing to those minority groups. At least that's my opinion. No expert there.
Interesting. Well, I think we're out of time, so I wanted to thank David.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you so much for sharing your knowledge. Appreciate it.
What